Okay, here we are looking at Chapter 4, Lesson 6. So your book needs to actually be open to page 305. We're going to be working on dividing whole numbers by fractions. Don't freak out when you see, then hear the word division. Trust me, it will be fine. So go ahead and get your book open to page 305. Right here. We're going to go ahead and get started, and we're just going to talk really quickly about what a reciprocal is. I'm going to give you a quick version of what a reciprocal is. Okay? If I say the word reciprocal, which you will hear an awful lot today during this lesson, the reciprocal is any two numbers with a product of 1 are called the reciprocal. So, for example, when you take 1/2 times 2, you're going to get an answer of 1 whole. Okay? Now, if I were to take 2/3 times something, what's going to give me an answer of 1? Oh, what if I did 3/2? Because if I cross simplify, that leaves me with 1/1. Or if I just multiply across, that leaves me with 6/6, which is the exact same as 1. So what is a reciprocal? It's this. If I said find the reciprocal of 2/3, all you're going to do is flip your numbers to get 3/2. That is the reciprocal of 2/3. If I said what is the reciprocal of 5/6, we're going to flip it and make it be 6/5. Okay, so keyword reciprocal. All right, turn to the next page. And here we go. How does that play into division? Okay, well, when dividing 3 divided by 1/2, it gives us the same result as multiplying 3 by 2, which is the reciprocal of 1/2. Okay, so here's what we're doing. When you are taking a number or a problem and you're going 3 divided by a fraction, what you're going to want to remember is this little saying, and you'll hear me say it. Keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. Okay? So, what does that mean? You're going to keep that first number the same, change the division into multiplication, and then you're going to flip that second number, which would be 2/1, which is also known as the reciprocal. So really what you will get is an answer of 6. Okay? So you're like, well, Mrs. Horner, when you divide, the numbers usually get smaller. You're right. However, okay, when you look at 6, that's bigger than the two numbers you are multiplying together. Let's try to understand this. I'm taking 3 whole. This might be kind of sloppy. Let me make some more room here. Okay, I want you to do this too. I'm taking 3 whole because I want you to visually understand. And I'm dividing them into half, right? So 3 whole, and I'm dividing them into half. How many pieces do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coincidence? No, because there's no coincidences in math. How many times have I said that? I don't know, probably a lot. There's no coincidences in math. So, therefore, keep, change, flip. Okay, keep, change, flip. You might hear other teachers say something a little bit differently, and that's totally fine. But for our sake, ours is keep, change, flip. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Find the reciprocal of 2/3. That's 3/2. Find the reciprocal of 1/8. That's 8/1. Okay, how do we find the reciprocal of a whole number? Here's my whole number. If I were to actually write my whole number as a fraction, that is 5/1. Is that the reciprocal? No, because we have to keep, or we have to flip that around so that we have 1/5. Okay, so remember when you have a whole number, it always goes over 1, but that's not the answer. That is what it is as a fraction. But now we need to find the reciprocal. So let's do the reciprocal really quick on this. See, this is like the easiest part. So the reciprocal of 3/5 is 5/3. The reciprocal of 1/3, flip it, 3/1. The reciprocal of 11, now in my mind I'm going to remember that 11 is over 1, so when I change that I get 1/11. Those are the reciprocals. So how does that work with division? Again, over here, I want you to write keep, change, flip. And flip means the reciprocal. Change means we're turning the division into a multiplication problem, and then we just multiply. So we're going to take a look down here. Taking a look at number 1, okay? Or I'm not number 1. We're not going to look at this example. We're going to look at number 5. So 7 divided by 2/3. So first thing it says, we're going to put 7 over 1, okay? So we're going to keep. Then we're going to change the division into a multiplication, and then we're going to multiply it by the reciprocal, which means we flip it to 3 over 2. So now my new problem becomes 7 over 1 times 3 over 2. So am I really dividing? I am, but we're using the inverse. We're switching it and finding the reciprocal of that second number so that we can multiply. Okay, 7 times 3 is 21. 2 times 1 is 2. Can I leave it like this? Nope, because that is an improper fraction. So I have 21 halves. I'm going to divide. That goes in once, 2, 0, 1. If I have 1, can I make a group of 2? Nope. So I'm going to put a 0 there. I know that 0, 1. That 1 becomes my numerator, and my 2 stays as my denominator. So I get 10 and 1/2. 10 and 1/2. All right, let's do these problems together. Okay, so 6 divided by 1/3. Keep, change, flip. Write it down again. Keep, change, flip. Say it in your head. Keep, change, flip. Okay, keep 6 over 1. Change division into multiplication, and flip that second number, 3 over 1. There we go. So we're going to multiply across. 6 times 3 is 18. 1 times 1 is 1. Oh, when I find I have 18 over 1, my answer is just 18. Very good. All right, keep, change, flip. Keep the first one, put it over 1. Okay. Change the division into a multiplication. Flip and find the reciprocal. Can I cross simplify here? Nope. So I'm just going to multiply across, and I get 15 halves. Okay. With my 15 halves, I know that I need to divide. So I'm just going to bring it down here. I know that goes in 7 times with 1 left over. That 1 becomes my numerator. My 2 stays the same in my denominator, so I have 7 and 1/2. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at F. We'll bring F over here. I have 4 divided by 3/4. We're going to keep, change, flip. I'm going to keep my 4 the same, but I've got to put it over 1. My division becomes a multiplication, so that's the change. So keep that first number, change the division to multiplication, flip and find the reciprocal, which is 4 over 3. I end up with 16/3. So I'm going to divide by 16. I know that goes in 5 times. 5 times 3 is 15. I subtract, I'm left with 1. The 1 becomes my numerator. The 3 becomes my denominator, and I'm left with 5 and 1/3. Okay, we're going to do some practice on these. So jump over to the next page, and here we go. So easy peasy, 1 through 3, find the reciprocal. 2/3, we're going to flip it, and we're going to get 3/2. 1 over 7 gives us 7, or could you write 7 over 1? You sure could. But real mathematicians just leave it as 7. Okay, but you would not be marked wrong if you put 7 over 1 because that's the exact same. Okay, 4 over 1, find the reciprocal. It is 1 over 4. I cannot tell you, 6th graders, that when it comes to the quiz and the test, there's going to be an answer choice of 4 over 1 for the reciprocal of 4. So remember, if you're not sure what that looks like as a fraction, put that 1 down first. All right, let's do some more division problems. Isn't this fun? Because it's like multiplying. Change my colors. All right, keep, change, flip. I'm going to, well, I was going to write it somewhere, but I don't have any room. But I'm going to write it up here. Keep, change, flip. Okay, so I'm going to keep that first number of 2. I'm going to put it over 1. I'm taking that division, turning it into multiplication, and I'm going to flip and find the reciprocal of that second number. There we go. I'm going to multiply across. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 1 is 1. Really, what is my answer? It is 6. I don't even need to leave it as 6 over 1. Again, real mathematicians kind of get rid of that fraction part. All right, keep. Change the division to multiplication. Flip. 5 over 4. Yes, I was looking for one where we could cross simplify. I can cross simplify 2 and 4. I know that the greatest common factor of 2 and 4 is 2. So I'm going to divide each of those by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And I get 5 halves. And I'm going to divide that. Bring it down because it's an improper fraction. We can never leave it as an improper fraction. That goes in twice. And then it's supposed to be 4. I'm going to subtract. I get 1. That 1 becomes my numerator. My 2 stays as my denominator. If you need to draw those circles and those arrows over, go for it. If not, that's all right. Okay, last one. Keep 5 over 1. Change the division to a multiplication. Flip 7 over 2. Cross simplify? No, bummer. I like cross simplifying because it makes it easier with smaller products at the end. So 7 times 5 is 35 over 2. I need to divide because it is an improper fraction. I have one group that I can make of 2 from 3. I subtract. I'm going to bring down. Again, if I'm going too fast, hit pause. That's what's good about these videos is you can stop me at any time. Now, do you have to watch it to the end? Yes, but watch it, okay? So now I have 15. How many groups can I make? I can make 7, which is 14. I subtract, and I'm left with 1. That 1 becomes my numerator. That 2 stays as my denominator, and I'm left with 17 and 1/2. Okay, that is pretty much it, okay? It was super easy. All we're doing, and all you have to remember is keep, change, flip. That's it. Keep, change, flip. Okay? Let's take a look at this last one, number 7, and then we are going to be done for today. So we're going to look at number 7. It says a neighborhood development has 4 acres is to be divided into 2/3. So 4 acres divided into 2/3. Okay? So how many lots can be created? So 4 divided by 2/3 is really what we're doing. Okay, you have to know how to set this problem up. Mrs. Horner is not going to set it up for you. You have to know how to do it. Now, keep, change, flip. Keep 4 over 1. Change the division into multiplication. Find the reciprocal, 3 over 2. Oh, yes, I can cross simplify. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. I multiply across, I get 6 over 1. My answer is 6. So how many lots will be created if they are divided into 2/3? You will have 6 lots created. Okay? All right. You should be good to go. Just remember, keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. Okay?